So when we get into the therapy office and we have somebody who's really struggling with whatever they're struggling with, anxiety, drinking too much, mood disruption, I just ask them, who are you? Who are you meant to be? Like, what is this soul sitting in? I don't care about your outward behavioral presentation so much. I care about who are you on the inside and what did you come out of the womb designed by God to be, to walk the earth? And are you doing it? Because Jung talks about this too, and not so many words, but if you got a path and you're off the path, you're going to have psychic distress. So I just start there and I go, what do you want to be? If we magic wanded this thing, you woke up tomorrow and you got out of bed and you put your 2 feet on the floor and you were excited, what would you be excited for? And then we start tacking a little bit toward that and say, all right, what are your priorities? Is it money? Because you could let go of money real quick and realign yourself, and all of a sudden you're trading money for happiness. And peace of mind is worth something too. It may not be as big of a paycheck, but man, it's totally worth it if you're present for your children, right? So for me, I just go straight to the identity thing. Who are you? What do you want to be? What's your contribution to the world? And what fires you up? What gets you up in the morning? And then start to reroute from there. I think we lost that somewhere along the way. And again, it's a psychodynamic concept of asking, who are you at your core? Not just what distresses you today. Can we get you to put down the bottle? Yeah, sure. That's a good idea. No employer is going to want you drunk. But what's the why to the what? The why to the what is often a deep issue of just calling, right?
Well, there's the big question though, is when you ask that, very often the patients will say, I don't know. And this is very often we see it and
dreaming.
They don't. Like you'll ask them what they do and they'll go, oh, I'm in law school and I'm studying for the bar exam. And then you say, oh, what'd you do this weekend? Man, I 3D printed this gear thing that I'm putting together because I'm building this like robotic arm that grabs stuff. And you tell them you lit up, like you completely lit up when you talked about that versus when you talked about that. Let's follow that. Let's see where that's coming from. Maybe you should follow where that vitality is instead of what's maybe draining you or causing you distress.
And that unfortunately is so terrifying to pursue because it requires vulnerability and it requires letting go of what they think they know is best for them and opening themselves up to this high risk possibility of everything. Mm-hmm. It's like, man, that's an ego exercise. You got to dissolve your ego, the familiar part of you that you know really, really well, but it's just not working anymore. And it's terrifying if they don't know how to navigate that emotionally. It's going to be really hard to go that direction. And it's sad because, like I said, I dropped in there, sorry I interrupted, but I said they stopped dreaming, or maybe they were never taught to dream to begin with. And that's really sad too.